Do we get an intro to the game? I've never seen this. It's the. We're not going to do it like a full intro, but we will be we're starting at the very beginning. So you're going to see everything from the beginning on what we select. But the first time I streamed this, which was a little while ago now, we did one campaign. We won the campaign. I was very happy. We won it with a new game, Clonk. Won it with her. She who will feast. And she did feast. The world eater snake. We devoured the world and probably laid our children in the world like a giant planet-sized egg. No doubt it hatched and our children are off eating other worlds as we speak. But we're not going to play with her because we've played with her before. Also, what's the volume of the music like? Hopefully it's not too loud, because it can be loud, unfortunately. Aavak will not be playing with his snake tonight. Well, I didn't say that. Okay, seems okay. Good. All right, so we're going to be playing with one of the other gods. Each of the gods plays wildly differently, but they all exist within the same game. They just have different powers, and to win with them, you kind of need to focus on different stuff. In broad, big picture terms, the game can be considered playable in two states, the micro or the macro. The macro is largely what we were doing with She Who Will Feast, and that is you're a big picture kind of elder god. You don't really care so much about the individual populations. None of them care about the individual populations specifically, but the individual agents working for the various nations, the kings, the queens, the chosen one, so on and so forth. You're more armies and territories kind of focused. I mean, you still dabble a little bit. You've got your own agents, and they are working on a on a smaller scale. But ultimately, their goals are big picture goals. Then there's the micro play, where you do care about the individual people. You care about the individual bloodlines, the families, the alliances between those families, the things that people like and dislike. You are much more focused on the people in the world, the agents in the world, than you are on the nations. It's kind of like take care of the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves kind of game style. And broadly speaking, the gods will favor one or the other. Sometimes there's a bit of a mix. Maybe they favor one in the early game and then switch to the other at the late game. But more or less all of them can take part in any style of play. It's just some lend themselves particularly well to certain focuses. Hey, Belial. I am drinking, actually, it's a spice chai blend that Lady Sheila made for me. It is super delicious. Dapplings caring about bloodlines? Maybe to breed some better long pork chop. How dare. What? Kalon. Yeah, you get boosts to the god. It's not so much you get boosts, it's just that your overall goals are a lot easier to achieve if you leverage the things that your god is especially good at. And all gods seem to favor certain things. Like I said, some of them might transition throughout the game as just part of the way that their power builds, but most have at any one moment a style of play which they particularly lean into and that their powers support. But since we're not going to be playing She Who Will Feast, for those who are interested, this Elder God provides a range of powers which will support many different gameplay styles. Actually, let's not read that blurb. We're going to care about the in-lore blurb, because this game drips. It's oozing with atmosphere. She Who Will Feast is a god worm, a terrible creature from the black of the void between stars who has lain dormant for millions of years. until the stars are ripe for her hatching. A time will come when she will devour the world and journey forth to lay her brood, dooming other worlds to be consumed by her offspring. In this world that we're in, there are many myths, religions, stories, and legends as to the great evils which existed long before humans built their first cities and tamed the wilds. Most are false. Unfortunately, one is true. One of these forbidden gods is fated to return. We are that forbidden god. She Who Will Feast, I would say, is... Well, I mean, She Who Will Feast is the only god that you can play when you first play the game. Until you've won a game with her, all other gods are locked. Now, they used to be that they followed a strict progression. You'd defeat She Who Will Feast, and then you'd get access to Yaster. Then you would get access to Minerva, to Ophanim, Mammon, so on and so forth. The Cordyceps Hive Mind, the Broken Maker. The Broken Maker is a particularly interesting one because it's super advanced. We're not going to be playing with Broken Maker. I'm nowhere near good enough at the game to play with Broken Maker. But Broken Maker, unlike all of the other gods, actually kind of works around cycles of death and rebirth. And each cycle, the world kind of gets better at resisting what you did in the last cycle. You basically just keep playing the game, and the game keeps getting better at resisting what you did. And it's a very, very interesting style of play. Lots of replayability with this one, I think. And then you've got the Evil Beneath, which is a DLC god. And then finally, the bonus god, Death's Game. But we're probably going to be playing one of the earlier ones. All right. So we're going to be playing with Ophanim. I have no idea how we're going to do this one. So chat, you're going to have to help me. But I suspect we are going to be leaning very heavily into the Holy Orders, something which I don't believe was active during our last campaign. I don't think in the tutorial Holy Orders were really a thing. Or maybe it was just pure randomness and the Holy Orders never really rose to prominence, but they were there. Or maybe they died off super quickly. The first game was an interesting one. Things went very much our way. And I've been told that it's just the way it goes sometimes. It wasn't like the tutorial was being kind to us. It was just, we were lucky that the Chosen One became a dwarf after we killed the first Chosen One. And they are famously xenophobic, so they really didn't try too hard to warn the rest of the world. If I'd known FTL was on the table, I would have worked for it. Well, there you go. Yeah, they stoutly refused to leave the underworld for like 20 turns before the end of the game. Yeah, no, absolutely. It was great. They were like, no, those stupid humans can deal with their own shenanigans themselves. I'm down here doing dwarf stuff. It's true, the best kind of stuff. I mean, I can't argue with that one. Boom, you, thank you so much for 30 months, mate. Diolch yn fawr iawn. All right, then. It's time for us to click select. Clonk. Ophanim's mechanics revolve around the faith and its opposite, the doubt. The faith in Ophanim comes as the people seek salvation from the terrors they see in the world. Nations which are partially enshadowed or near enshadowed locations will allow your faith to grow quickly, and it will be strengthened by neighboring locations sharing the faith. It is often wise to start large amounts of shadow in order to trick humanity into joining your faith. When the faith reaches 300%, Ophanim converts the city into perfection, eradicating all traces of free will in humanity, preventing unrest and making the society perfect for crusades to kill the unbelievers. the doubt. Humans will feel doubt as they watch their neighbors slowly lose their free will and be transformed into cold and feeling killing machines enslaved to Ophanim's will. Doubt will increase fastest in locations which have low faith and border those with high faith, as they can witness what fate will befall them, or what fate will befall them, or the locations with an aware ruler. These apostates must be eradicated. Your agents can seek them out and eradicate them. The general populace could be rallied against them, or in the worst case, an army could be deployed to kill the entire city to avoid doubt from spreading. Aavak, I want you to know that the second I get a job that can support it, I'm T3 subbing to you. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. However, I would request that the second you get a job that can support you properly, you spend that money on improving your life situation and enjoying the fruits of your labors. And if, after some time of relaxing into that and getting a feel for the joys which your wealth now affords you, you have a couple of ducats left over, I'm not gonna resist if you want to toss a coin to your streamer, as the saying goes. But please do take care of yourself first and foremost. You guys get fruits for your labor? Well, yes, of course. Delicious fruits from Minerva. She loves us. We love her. Minerva fruits are the best. Cyphus, that's amazing. Toss a coin to your streamer when you have plenty. Oh, when you have plenty. Oh. I love it. Well done. You get 2 coins that will be given to you by Leafin. He has the coins. Accompanied by the loot, that made that great. Yeah. All right, so we're going to be managing 2 things: the faith and the doubt. All right? Throw me in the deep end, why don't you, chat? Why would I ever have doubted you? Oh, that was incredibly kind of the friendly ghost there. Brithnoth now has a fresh, fluffy, scented if they want it, robe. Quick recap. Here are the settings. Here's the seed. Default difficulty, basically. Humanity is vulnerable. End of turn movement, mid-game challenge events. Enable holy orders. 3 witches covens will be around. All of the human responses are turned on, and God sets the minimum. We are, of course, playing with Ophanim. Okay, let's go. Hint, basics. Select agents and other units by left-clicking, right-click to move. Okay, maybe I don't need them. I reset all the hints because I was like, oh, I'm probably going to need them. Oh god, there's lots. It's a game about infiltration and secret plans. Your agents serve your god and are its primary tool to weaken and undermine the human societies. We've got the supplicant. Wow. Our supplicant looks like Tyrael. Where's the world stone? I do like that the supplicant is always different based on the actual god that you're playing with. Okay, plenty of oceans around here. And that one connects to the underground. Right there. Underground ocean. Dwarven nation there. Plenty of ruins for us to... Ooh. Yeah, you must be a dwarf. Yeah, you are. Oh, well, actually, everyone underground is already enshadowed to some degree. Being from the upside down does not lend well to being of complete sound-mindedness. As the orcs... Actually, let's go through the various items here. Like, so, a ruler, shadow, location, house, character traits. I don't care for that one too much, but let's have a look at the houses. Here are all of the different houses in the world. The families. We have to be mindful of that if we're playing any kind of micro game. So it's not going to be as important for us here. Holy Orders, let's have a look at this. The Calling of Tiexi, the Church of Doubt, the Monkhood of Purity, the Jiafu Circle, the Jing Circle, the Yang Circle, and the Ophanimic Faith. I see. Points for which one we care about. So that would be the Elder Tomb there. And the Ophanimic Faith, probably. We control only one place. I'm going to guess witches here. Where are they? We will go over what it is about the Holy Orders in a moment. Oh, there we are. The Yang Cup. Oh, we're right next to them, actually. Okay. Oh, and the other one just down here. Interesting. And the Jifu Circle? Where are you? Right over there. And the Monkhood of Purity in the southeast. The Church of Doubt. Dayot. And then the Calling of Tiexi. So we've got two faiths here. And they're kind of spread apart a little bit. Two covens on the same island as us, and one up in the far northeast. Okay. I mean, I know it's Church of Tao, but is that... Oh, is it just got a silent T? I wouldn't know. I'm awful with spelling. Aavak is hoping you have a most wonderful day today. I am. Apparently. Okay. Now, if we click on a holy order, we can see more about it. The Ophanimic Faith. So our supplicant is the prophet. We are gaining influence in our own faith. And we change various tenets about it. There's lots to holy orders, and it's something that we really didn't see before. You can see the international view. So as far as dislikes their nation. The Bowl Waste Horde. Oh, that's the orcs. So only one person dislikes us. Nations of other social groups can interact on a simple level regarding their status as at war, hostile, allied, or nothing. Human nations have an international relationship level, which can be affected by rulers of both nations. Blah, 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 blah. Let's exit out of that, though. Go back to our faith. Holy Order's behaviors are determined by the tenets of their faith. Humanity and the Elder Powers can influence these by taking over locations of faith or by performing challenges. When your influence is full, you may influence a tenet or cause to cause the Holy Order to take up a given behavior, or to stop it. The tenets on this page are the structural ones. Other than corruption, they are not inherently beneficial to either human or elder powers, but rather affect the type of religion the Holy Order is. We're going to deep dive into the Holy Orders and how we're going to interact with them. This is going to be a lot of me going over the mechanics first to just kind of get a better handle on it before we take our first turn, just to give you a heads up on this one. So, for example, if you were watching this in the VODs or on Aavak After Hours much later, then if you already know everything about Holy Orders, then you could probably skip the next 20-30 minutes at least. But we are going to properly look at this, because this is going to be a big part of what this god does. If we had been playing any of the other gods, we'd probably have brushed over it, but only when it became relevant. But this kind of feels like it's relevant instantly. Alignment is special. So this one up here, in that it must be negative for you to cause dark behaviors of the Holy Order. Preaching causes the faith to spread to human settlements, which is needed for many of the non-structural tenets to be performed. Temples are a special building created by the Order, which can have powerful effects if certain tenets are in effect. Preaching causes the faith to grow, but smaller faiths are easier to influence. Wow, Automod is being brutal today. So many people that it snagged for daring to mention the name of the Devil's Brew. I'm so sorry, Pizza Tiger. Automod is me. But fair. This is a game where you don't need to understand every single mechanic to win, because there is so many ways to go about it. Yeah, no, absolutely. But with Ophanim being pretty much the faith god, I feel that really diving into Holy Orders makes sense. It's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Certain gods lean into a certain style of play, and you're going to have a much easier time if you work with their tools in the arena that those tools were designed to work the best in. But any god can be played in any way, more or less. So alignment over here is -3, and it goes all the way up to 3. So this is very much in favor of elder powers rather than humans. Must be negative for you to invest to turn tenets negative. Negative values will cause acolytes to gain shadow over time. We have no acolytes or worshippers, and none of our worshippers are rulers because there are no worshippers. We have got one prophet though, and that's our supplicant. Temple builders 0 to 3. Acolytes of this faith will establish temples in cities of their faith once they gain enough gold. Preachers, acolytes of this faith will spread their faith to the bordering locations when they gain enough gold. Okay, that's kind of cool. Moral tenets. So those are the structural tenets. Humans are having no particular effect on, they're not gaining influence over this faith, and that is 0% faithful rulers are aware, and there are no non-enshrouded. Are aware and non-enshrouded. So that's what they would require to have a faithful ruler who is aware, that is of us, because most people aren't aware that the long prophesized return of the elder god is coming to pass. And awareness is kind of, it's less like, oh yeah, there's bad shit going on over there. It's more like, oh yeah, there's bad shit going on over there, and that is absolutely by design. There is literally a god in the sky cackling maniacally right now. Can you not see the signs? Oh my god, that didn't just happen by chance, you idiots. No one is that unlucky. They were clear, that was a hit. You know, versus, oh man, Bob choked on a sword. Why was he trying to swallow a sword? Kind of crazy. And he got set on fire while he was doing it. Oh, God. The world's just awful these days. Poor old Bob. That is the non-aware version of events. They're like, Christ, the world is pretty dire these days, but well, it's just 2024. What do you expect? Versus, yeah, no, that is because the world is being eaten by a giant snake. Rip Bob. Stupid sword swallowing on fire Bob. I'm gonna miss him. But yeah, so these are the moral tenets of this holy order. They determine which types of worship and religious behaviors the order will engage in, and how its temples will affect the settlements they are in. You cannot influence a tenant to be more negative towards the elder powers than the alignment tenant's currently status. So right now we can fully push this all the way to humans bad, elder god good. Human powers may try to influence the order to stop performing these evil actions and to remove your corruption when their influence reaches maximum. Most moral tenets require the order to be the dominant faith in a given settlement for the actions to take place. So, in transigent faith, acolytes, heroes, and rulers of this faith will be more likely to attack or declare war on members of other faiths if under elder influence. Already -2. That's very interesting. Human +1. Oh, -2 to 1. So right now, very much, no, we don't do that. Paranoid society is -1 to 0. If doubt would arise due to faith within 2 links, neighbor of a neighboring location, a temple of Ophanim's faith, it is delayed for 5 turns at the cost of the temple reducing prosperity by 15%. So this would effectively forestall doubt increasing. Sap life force increases power gained by 2% per turn, but one temple city will lose 2 population per turn, per level in this tenant, while your power is less than maximum. So this would recharge my godly powers at the cost of population in the believers' settlements. Inquisitors, acolytes of this faith, will seek out and destroy doubt at the cost of decreasing population. Crusader faith. The members of this faith will rally the citizens of the faithful settlements to join and support their militaries, increasing military fervor, which boosts army hit points. Awareness of elder powers, -2 to 2. Acolytes of this faith will either spread awareness or remove it if under elder influence. So I want that to be under elder influence. I want to pull this down into the negatives. Healers, -2 to 2. Acolytes of this faith will cure the plague when under human influence. When influenced by elder powers, they will spread plague from temples. Temples will remove either plague or immunity. Candle circles, when under human influence. Some of these very clearly benefit specifically Ophanim, whereas others are just general faiths. And every holy order is like this, and I can influence all of them if I want to play that way, which is really, really interesting. I can make all of the world's religions spread the plague, because they all love Papa Nurgle, and they understand that the plague is his love. Papa Nurgle wants to give us his gifts. When under human influence, acolytes and temples will spread ward. Under elder influence, they will remove them from locations following this religion. Safety in ignorance. Acolytes following this tenet will destroy arcane secrets, even in locations not following the faith, and potentially attack mage. Oh. Well, that's an interesting one now, isn't it? I could make our church witch hunters. They wouldn't they would kind of, yeah, they would attack mages, and they would try to destroy the tools that mages use to power up. Now, assuming that they wouldn't attack my mages, that would potentially give me a very, very good way of being like, haha, here's a mage. My mage is allowed to power up freely. Your mages have to do so from the shadows, lest they get sought out. And then the witch hunters get sent. Demacia. Yep. To quote a character I can't remember, she who pulls the strings shall shape the flow of destiny. I assume they would attack my mages, but at the same time, you never know. Charitable works. Acolytes of this faith will start reconstruction efforts to reduce devastation. Xenophobic condemnation. If under elder influence, if an agent or hero performs a challenge which gains menace in a location with a ruler of this faith of a different species, The ruler will dislike the agent's species. And if I get all the way down to -2, they will hate that species. Yeah, our mages are part of the right path. They have the permission from the gods to be what they are. Exactly. Ours are state-sanctioned mages, and that's different. None of this wild magic nonsense. Ours are the state alchemists. Because the state loves you, and is definitely not trying to turn you into a philosopher's stone. What is even a philosopher's stone? Never heard of it before. Neither of you, if you know what's good for you. Income, gold for acolytes, gold for conversion, gold for temples, worshipping rulers, blah, blah, blah. Holy orders gain gold from their agents, termed acolytes, from rulers in locations they have spread the faith to, and from donations. Donations go into their reserves and are paid out slowly. Holy orders spread their income between their different expenses. They can recruit more acolytes, pay for preaching to convert new locations, or take locations from other holy orders, or pay for temples. Strength of tenants for preaching and building temples will affect which proportion of the budget will go to each cause. Recruitment, preaching, and temple construction will increase as the holy order grows. We poor. Sad. Yep. Big sad. What's the number range for each of these? So -3 to 3, 0 to 3. So if it's something that can go from minus to positive, then it's usually something that means it can favor the elder gods, which if it's negative, so that's a dark focus, or it can favor humanity, so it's a positive, a light focus. As you can see here, currently this is in number 1, so it's human aligned. If it was 0, it would be neutral. And if it turned into negative, it would be elder aligned at different severities. This is elder power +3, so that's full negative, basically. Temple builders, 0 of 3. Acolytes of this faith will establish temples and cities of their faith once they gain enough gold. Acolytes of this faith will spread their faith to bordering locations. Acolyte heroes of rulers or faith will be more likely to attack. Oh, we've seen that one before. Paranoid. We've seen all of these before, actually. I guess. Oh, right. I see. Paranoid society. Yeah, those are the only ones that matter, I suppose. So the intransigent faith, the preachers or the temple builders, and that kind of shifts where our income is going to go. Prophecy. Holy orders can have prophecies about significant religious figures who will lead them through times of need. These have details about how to recognize the prophet when they appear. This screen lists how many candidates, heroes, acolytes, and agents have made it to each step in the prophecy. You must meet the requirements of the earlier details to be considered a candidate for the later ones. If an agent meets all the candidates, they will be received as a prophet of this holy order and give a major boost to influence gained per turn. If multiple people meet the prophecy's requirements, the holy order will wait for some to die until only one candidate. There can be only one. How's your skill with the claymore, guys? Because I've got a feeling that it's going to be relevant. From the east, there are 9 candidates, including the supplicant. From the coast, there are 7 candidates, including the supplicant. Wise, law +4, 0 candidates, and commanded an army, 0 candidates. So this is what we would need. Oh, well, our prophet is already the supplicant, so I guess it doesn't really matter for this one. But we can rename this. It doesn't need to be the Ophanimic faith. Shall we rename it? I think we shall. What do we want to name it, chat? We could use one of the naming games, I guess. But if we're going to do that, you need to give me a version of your name that sounds suitably, I don't know, right for a religious order. Bob? No. So the first person in the queue is Moken. Moken, if you're here, do you want to throw your name in there? Go for Jeff. If Mokken isn't here, I'm just going to pass it back. Oh, he is here. Okay, so Mokken, what do you want? Mock me not, really. No. Solar Lancer, shush. The Enrobed. Wow, that's good. How to get this name right with my name in there? Exactly. That's the thing. Belial's Believers. Well, I mean, think of a holy order name, because I'm happy to use your name for it, but it does need to be fitting. Chat, you are absolutely allowed to help out. The Mokonumic thing. Mokonumic thing. Oh. Tell me you're not creative without telling me you're not creative. Last Mokunium. Sure, okay. Okay. Done, done, and done. Okay. With that, we can have a look at the others as well. What? Okay. There's no prophet shows in here. A couple of candidates from the west, the coast, ancient ruins, mastery of magic. We can see that they're very pro-human, unsurprisingly. But yeah, you've got all sorts of things in different faiths. So we'll have a quick look at what the other ones look like, because I believe that they all are more or less, they have the same options at least. I could be wrong though, but I think because we didn't choose the option that holy orders have like a stripped down version of offerings, our faith is tied to our God and is very specific. God, I love the art in this game. But this is the calling of Tiexi. Very pro-human. They are firm temple builders, firm preachers. So if you look at budget, gold for acolytes, gold for conversion, gold for temples, income of 19. They've got 16 rulers of worship in them. They've got 3 acolytes. In terms of the structural tenets, 2 for preaching, 2 for temple builders. They're not dogmatic. Increases the influence cost required, making further changes to this holy order's tenets far more difficult. Humans are not gaining any more influence though, which is good. Abyssal faith is +1 pro-humans. If under human influence, acolytes will spread dislike for deep ones. As elder influence increases, they will increase liking for deep ones. At maximum, temples will create deep one cults in coastal cities. Are they gonna do the dance and do the chants? Summon an ancient deity with tentacles and glowing eyes? They were more likely... yeah, they're slightly more likely to attack. Healers, they will try and cure the plague. Candle circles, funerary rites. Acolytes of this faith will perform rituals to clear death and human soul modifiers. Death will be cleared even outside of the Order's territory. Dark worship allows dark worship for your agents at temples. If elder influence exceeds 1, acolytes will spread shadow from temples via dark worship. Prophets of doom. Acolytes and temples of this faith will spread madness in locations following the faith. Music of the outer spheres. Unearthly music plays throughout the night. Temples and human settlements will generate power and madness, but gain menace. So they will eventually be destroyed. Explore the darkness. If elder, acolytes will explore tunnels, increasing awareness of the underground, shadow, madness, and unrest. Will we know why they call you the deep one? So good. Right, in terms of budget, so they're spreading dislike of deep ones. They are willing to attack people, and they are healers. Prophecy doesn't really say much, I guess. Explored ancient ruins. Oh, someone's got to have explored ancient ruins, and someone needs to have mastered magic to be candidates there. Be from the coast and be from the west. We've got to be from the east, from the coast. Got to have wisdom, command an army. We're already the prophet, though. The Church of Deot. Oh, the supplicant is included from the south, because I guess we're from the southeast. From the coast. Mastery of Magic, there are only 2 candidates there. Funded and Outpost. I wonder what we could do if we could manage to get our supplicant as the prophet of another holy order, or maybe another agent as a prophet. That would be worthwhile. They are preachers. They believe... Yeah, they want to destroy arcane secrets. That's pretty good for us, honestly. Abyssal Faith. They dislike deep ones. They are not temple builders. They are not dogmatic. Slightly into preachers. So gold for acolytes. They're building that up. A little bit gold for temple. Income sources from 2 worshipping rulers and 2 acolytes. Okay. And then the monkhood of purity. How are we from the north as well? I'm from the north, the south, and the east. Our supplicant is very well travelled. From a city, our supplicant is not. Commanded an army, our supplicant has not. All right, structural tenants. They are strong temple builders and strong preachers. They like to fight people of different faiths. Acolytes of this faith will spread awareness. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Okay. They've got a lot coming in. Income of 16. Wow. Okay. And then the Jiafu Circle. No profit. The supplicant is in the candidates for the south, candidates from the coast. Hasn't explored any ancient ruins and is not strong and powerful. So might isn't above 4. Okay. Okay, so Dark Worship, allow Dark Worship. They are in favor of Elder Powers. Allows Dark Worship for your agents at temples if Elder Influence exceeds 1. Acolytes will spread shadow from temples via Dark Worship. That might be useful. That might be very useful. They are kind of neutral on all of this. They're neutral on alignment as well. It wouldn't take as much to start pushing them towards more of an alignment towards us. They are inert on Explore the Darkness, xenophobic, music from the outer spheres, charitable work, safety and ignorance, prophets of doom, funerary rites, candle circles, healers, awareness of elder powers, abyssal faith, crusader faith, arbormancy. Acolytes of this faith will perform arbormancy at their temples, restoring and improving the habitability of nearby areas. Human sacrifice. Covens of this holy order will produce death for use by agents who have mastered death magic at a rate of 1.5 per turn per level of the tenant, but generate 0.6 menace regardless of tenant level. So they would eventually be attacked. So you've got to weigh up what you're going to do with that. Income 1. There's 1 acolyte. They're building up gold for more acolytes. And then the Jing Circle. 9 candidates. We're from the east. From a holy site, we are not. Dueled foe in combat. No, they're pretty neutral on all of that. Dark Worship again. Super neutral on all of these. Dark Worship. And finally, the Yang Circle. Again, pretty bog standard. 1 acolyte. The prophecy for them is from the north, from a city, wise, and strong and powerful. And then we're back to last Ophanim. Take care, Demi. Good luck with your move. I hope everything goes as well as it can. Moves are intensely stressful. Take lots of breaks. You have a good one, mate. All right. Time for us to name, I believe. I think I can name you. Can I? Can I not? Maybe I'm unable to name you. Maybe I can't name you. Oh, that's a shame. You are... Oh, I've got to select a trait. Inquisitor decreases any existing Ophanim doubt by 3% per turn while in the same location. Net -1 after doubt's usual growth, but costs 1 population per turn. Leader of the Faith increases any existing Ophanim faith by 2% per turn while in the same location, or duality. When completing an infiltrate challenge, alternatively add 30 shadow or automatically start an Ophanim cult with charge 20%, or add to an existing one. Next outcome is to add shadow. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. That's kind of cool. That's quite cool. But it doesn't look like I can change that, unfortunately. Oh, no, there we are. Rename. So, supplicant shall be. I am a llama. You know what? Camel hump does not look right. We'll just go the way you've got it. There we are. Dunk. I'm a llama. Welcome to the game. All right. Done. And we can see the nations. We are currently in this smaller nation here. There's lots of nations around here, but we are in the same nation as the Coven. This might not actually be a nation, though. No, it's not. It's just wilderness. Okay. Coven down there is part of wilderness, and the Coven up here is also part of wilderness, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Profile-wise, we're not going to need to worry about that. Internal diplomacy, I could have a look into that, but it's not really necessary. Awareness, we shouldn't have any awareness around. Point of interest finder, I could look for things like libraries, markets, seats of holy orders. You can see a couple of those. They can effectively be their own nations, temples and covens. The entrance? What the heck is the entrance? Moving an agent to the entrance can let them step through. But what is the entrance? Oh, that's an interesting one. No idea what that is. Vast sewers. Ancient ruins. We kind of want to go to a couple of those catacombs. Character traits, trade routes. Several different trade routes going around. Location shadow. Got 100% in the Elder Tomb and 1% in Ruwu Hill. But nowhere else is... Oh, actually, no. A couple of places are shadowed over here. Huh. Okay. Bunch of ruins over there. Nice. And underground, there'll be a lot of shadow. Yeah. Everything is shadowy down there. Ruler shadow. I'm not expecting to see any rulers with particularly high shadow on the surface yet. Populations. Some huge populations around here. Various settlements. Prophecy. I'm not actually sure what that one shows. Cursed and blessed. Not sure we're going to see any of that. And finally, people. All right, let's go back to none. We've seen everything we need to see. Under the message log, mage complete unrest, rest and resupply, reduce tensions, rest and resupply. There's a couple of things going on, nothing too terrible. Toggle the order, toggle size. That's you know what? I'll leave it like this because it's going to be a million times easier for someone who's watching on TV to watch. Messages, events, orc upstart completes rest and resupply. There we are. Threats. Mediator Xiaogo is the chosen one. Is that you? I guess it is, yeah. Yep, the chosen one. Progresses the hero along the prophecy towards banishing the evil. Well, we don't want that, so I would like to watch you if I can. How do I do that? Infiltration is a core element of gameplay and is a good place to start your work, as it enables many challenges which can prove useful throughout the course of the game. Righto. But I want to watch this one person in particular. I think there's a way of me telling them to always be... Oh, there we are. Watch. You will receive alerts when Media Xiaogo begins a quest. There you go. I want to always know what they're up to. Okay. I think that's everything we needed to do just to cover what we were doing here. Now it's time for us to actually take our first turn. Best profit. A llama, indeed. Indeed. So we can level up. And I think having the ability to whenever we infiltrate, because I'm going to be using the supplicant a lot to infiltrate. So I may as well do this. I mean, decreasing doubt is good, but there shouldn't be that much doubt yet. So taking that now is going to be a lot of wasted turns. Leader of the Faith would help a little bit, but I think duality is going to be far better. There we go. Right, what powers do I have, if any? I've got 2 recruitment points, actually. Oh, only 1 available. Seal breaks in 34 turns. Use power. What powers do I have? I've got Start Faith and Sleepless Labor. Okay, so Start Faith. Slowly the faithful take root, preaching their odd but joyous doctrines and speaking of promises of safety, salvation, and freedom from sin. Start an Ophanim faith at a location with 1% charge. Must be cast on a human settlement with infiltration above 0%. And I can do that at zero charge. Okay. Sleepless labor. They work without food, without rest, without sleep, working their hands to the bone till they are just rags of flesh hanging on the ends of their arms, driven by their insane faith. Increases the task completion progress of one of your agents by 20 at the cost of 2 HP. Note that agents heal to full on level up. Must target an agent performing a challenge. Cannot be used on non-stat based challenges, such as resting, challenges of indefinite length, or channeled spells such as magic. An agent must have more than 2, so I can't kill them. Alright, noted. Noted. Alright, faith is here. And I believe it said that the faith here was 100%, wasn't it? Is there a way for me to see that? Is there no way for me to see exactly what the faith is? Or does the faith have to reach 100 for it to actually count as being there? Second red bar on the location screen. That shows that it's 100%. This shows that this is enshadowment is one. Filtration. Modifiers, maybe? Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Reforge a seal, fulfill the prophecy. Geomancy, arcane fortress. Brithnos says second bar on the location screen. What do you mean? Second red bar. I mean, I can see this. I can see agents. Oh, that was right in the tutorial you said. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, so this is Waylay Beach. No one is here. Got a coven over there. A holy site for the Yang Circle Religious Order. A little village down here, farming community. We've got a place that's got a bit of unrest over here. The Queendom of Heshwana. Fortress, ancient ruins. Let's start at the edge and work our way in. That's the city. That's the citadel. So that's going to be providing a lot of security. So if I have a look at the defense, where is the security over here? Base, city, capital, plus ruler intrigue. Oh, actually, yeah. +1 base, yeah. Infrared challenges at +25 complexity from security. If I have a look at this one, +175. Over here, security is base. Never mind, then I could just get in there without too much trouble at all. Effectively, what you want to do in order to spread shadow and infiltrate is to pull down, is to target weaker areas around it and then move in. Because for every area nearby that's enshrouded, that got shadow on it, that, or rather it is fully infiltrated, I apologize, then it's that much easier to hit that location. Oh, we've got to start somewhere. Let's have a look at you. So you've got a fortress. Fortress boosts the defensive value of locations, increasing the time taken for an army to capture or raise settlement. It's got an ancient ruin. Might want to hit that one. It looks like they've got some unrest right now. Lingering resentment. Banditry is going on. So we can see what's happening. Locally, the ruler of this location is doing brutal crackdown. Tags drive character decisions based on character preferences. Hover over portraits for preference. Motivations visible to the right. Positive tags, cruelty. Negative tags, discord. So if I hover over you, you like gold. I hover over you. You have no particular care. You're the heir. I can have a look at the whole family. No enshadowment. You're greedy. So that's going to do a few things. So if I have a look in here. You've got 7 turns left on that. And then you've got Fund Chosen One. Transfer 25% of the ruler's negative tags gold. So I minus 20 preference gold. 50 hero lacks funds. So people want to fund the Chosen One. I just need to give them reasons not to. National actions. They want to appease nobles. So if I were to look here. This is the ruler. This is a baroness. If I have a look at this ruler. And it pays... Like, it would be impossible for me to track every person in the game, but it pays to know the people nearby. Or to at least keep an eye of their vices. Because those are the things that you're going to be able to use to your benefit. Dear God, Brithnell, if that was a wall of text. I'm just reading through this. This is absolutely huge. Right. Ophanim's fate. I'll read it out loud. Though I'm not a huge fan, Brithnell. I appreciate you trying to help, but I'm not a huge fan of someone just taking wiki piecemeal and just text wall dumping. So let's keep that to a minimum, eh? Ophanim's faith is a powerful tool for its people to fight back shadow, as well as being the main way you impose your will on the world. An Ophanim's faith modifier reduces the location's shadow by 0.2% for every percentage point of faith. A location with Ophanim's faith modifier will normally get +1 growth if any adjacent location has an Ophanim's faith modifier. Location in one of Ophanim's theocracies will have a baseline faith growing rate of +3, which stacks with other modifiers such as shadow and adjacent faith. The location with an Ophanim's faith modifier has over 10% shadow. That Ophanim's faith modifier will get an additional +4 growth for fear of our shadow. If the location with an Ophanim's faith modifier does not have shadow, but is adjacent to a location with at least 25 shadow that's capable of spreading it, that Ophanim's faith modifier will get an additional +2% growth for fear of nearby shadow. If world shadow is above 10%, all Ophanim's faith modifiers will get an additional +1% growth for fear of world shadow if they aren't getting one of the stronger growth boosts. Ophanim's faith shrinks based on the ruler's awareness, decreasing by 5% per turn at 100% awareness. Ophanim's faith can randomly spread to new locations that are adjacent to locations which already had Ophanim's faith modifiers. This can only happen if faith is above 100% and the neighboring ruler is fully aware, and becomes more likely as the neighbor's shadow increases. Yeah, if you could sum it up in the future, that would be great, because it, like, rule of thumb, the backseat passes are for people like, if you've got something, you know, some distilled knowledge, not for wiki warriors. Anyone can just go on the wiki and just literally Control-C, Control-V into the chat. That's not helpful. But if you want to condense that knowledge and deliver it in a single post, which is what a backseat pass covers, not 7 of them. I know that wasn't 7. I'm exaggerating, but yeah, that would be great. Thanks. Right. Let's have a look here. You've got no likes, dislikes, really. No dislikes there. No dislikes there. The other thing is knowing heirs is also quite useful. Because you know who's going to take over a place, and sometimes the heir is the better person for you to have in a position of power. I mean, trying to get in here would not be a terrible one. And it's kind of on our way, but I think we'll come down here with our agent first. There we go. Now, we can do a couple of things. Fuel the fire. Regain some menace. We don't want to gain menace. Early on, we really want to keep that low, I think. I'd explore the ruins, but let's not. It would take me 7 turns to do. Mind you, this is going to take me 19 turns. If I went for Raid Periphery, Increased devastation in this location, which harms prosperity and food production. Complexity increases with location defense. If a city's surrounding farms are devastated, the city may suffer from hunger, which causes unrest, which reduces security, allowing easier infiltration. The security here is already low. There's no point in us doing that. And right now, the banditry modifier in this location is helping us. Actually, it's not reducing prosperity, but I think, well, given that, I mean, 19 turns is a long time, but we need to infiltrate somewhere. It takes longer the higher the location security is. Base complexity is 50, and each point of security has 25. Then there's over here, which has security 0. No. Let's go ahead. We'll start it off. There we are. 19 turns left. Gonna suck for a while, but... And in terms of my powers, I could use this right now. Actually, how much hit points have you got? You got 5. Yeah, I'm gonna use this power straight away. Let's not waste time. Dunk. Can I select you? There we are. Pop. So my power has gone down now. That just peeled off 5 turns worth of time. That was great, actually. Alright, enter. It's falling to the shadow, and has now passed the halfway point, reaching 50% enshadowment. This will reduce their motivation to perform various actions which harm your interests, such as attacking your heroes, warding against shadow, or driving back the shadow. Good to know. Okay, well, we just end the turn again. There's nothing for us to do. I can't create another agent. Yeah, because I don't have enough points for that. So the first couple of turns are going to be pretty quick. Traveling to perform the quest, reduce unrest. Alright. Dismiss for now. Monster Swarm Caverns. Events. Nothing much has happened here. A couple of people have finished their quests. How's the tea situation looking? Oh, I'm fine for now. Probably going to go on a tea break. Well, I mean, I probably should go on a tea break now, but... Now, we only just started playing the game, so we're going to do a couple of turns before we do that. Probably another 20, 30 minutes or something. Has spread the influence of the Holy Order Church of Dart to city Wuhan, displacing monkhood of purity, increasing the tension between the two orders. This may cause violence between their acolytes. The degree to which the relationship can be degraded depends on the status of the Holy Order's intransigent faith. Okay. Go to. I want to see that. We have a look at you. In terms of the intransigent faith, not really one that you need to worry about, but the monks of purity. Let's have a look at theirs. Will be more likely to attack or declare war on members of other faiths if under elder influence. I guess they're probably... Yeah, they're... Daliu Cliff's Horde they're hostile with. There we are. They're not happy with them at all. How do they feel towards us? Actually, that's a good question. How do they feel? Does anyone feel towards us? Have a look. The orcs are hostile, but other than that, we're fine. Most people don't care about us. Yeah. Fair enough then. Okay. Let's have a look at you. How long have we got? 9 turns left. Not too bad. Reduce unrest. It's fine. We're just getting updates on what they're up to, basically. A night out at an inn. This week, Ayamalama finds she has no more tasks to be completed. Everything is in order for now. No poisons or bribes to administer to officers, no traitors, no accidents or opportunities. It's as if Yikian Citadel's inner workings have ground to a halt for the coming week. A rare chance to simply let loose and enjoy herself. Whatever else would she end up? Wherever else would she end up but at an inn? Ayamalama is performing a challenge. Infiltrate fortress. Join the raucous and the merry, or keep a low profile. Profile is reduced by 12. Profile is not there. Your agent menace is reduced by 5. Neither one of these affect. It's a very positive event, but it doesn't actually help us. So I'm going to just keep a low profile. While your agents perform challenges, they will encounter obstacles. Every few turns, a random event will occur, which your agent must deal with if they wish to proceed with the challenge. That's fine. Religious tension. Brother Guan Zhao has spread the influence of the Holy Order of Monkhood of the Purity to city of Nuhan, displacing Church of Dawit, increasing the tension. Oh, this is good. They're getting into a bit of a spat. I approve. Opinion to 8. Sister Pinyu Xiang has preached the cause of the Holy Order calling of TXE and has managed to sway Baron Leirong Qian to their side. Okay, has increased their opinion of the calling TXE and making them lose any previous preference for other faiths. Let's go and have a look at this. Using the number keys, you can access various map views. I will never, ever remember all of those various map views, I'm going to be honest with you. Dislikes deep ones and gold, but likes calling of TXE. Dislikes gold. What a crazy person. Alright. And, yep. Religious tensions from preaching. Monster swarming in the caverns. Nothing we need to worry about just yet. The early game is super slow. Or it can be. Some are a lot better at it. They're going to reduce unrest. Don't care about... Oh, wait. Okay, they're now 100% aware. This represents them being aware of your presence, nature, and true threat. If they are not highly enshadowed, they will try to act against you or defend their world. To defend their world, rather. The Chosen One is often the first to gain awareness and will spread it to rulers, who will spread it to heroes, who rest in their cities and villages, who will then spread it still further, with their motivation growing with world panic. A map view can be used to track the geographic spread of awareness. Awareness is required for the formation of the Alliance, a collective of nations which will oppose you directly in the final conflict for this world. Aware rulers will also ward more often and fund the Chosen One. Disapprove. I want to make sure I am actually watching you. Wait. Okay. Okay, it's all good. They're just reducing unrest, but they are going to start spreading that around, which I don't like. The Chosen One. Alright. 3 turns left. What's this place like right now? Current level, there's lingering resentment. Local actions are tax citizens. Oh, we've got an enshadowed ruler here. Gains gold for the ruler, but causes unrest. Positive tax gold. You do like that. Oh yeah, for enshadowment. Let's have a look at the shadow. 17%, 15%. Nothing there. But we are directly connected, so we are spreading shadow down here. That makes sense. Enshadowment represents how much your corruption is spread across the settlement, bringing it under your absolute control. shadow can spread between locations and will spread between a ruler and their settlement. So a corrupt settlement will infect a noble ruler, or a corrupt ruler can enshadow a pure settlement. Heroes gain shadow by resting in shadowed locations. So enshadowing a hero's home location is a good way to slowly add shadow to them. The settlement receives shadow from its neighbors and can spread it to others it is connected to. Gain per turn is 0.4%, and it's gaining that from the Elder too. Okay, well, let's continue on. We've got, I think, one more turn? No, 2 more turns, I apologize. And the higher our intrigue, the faster we will be able to do this. So we really do want to get someone with super high intrigue to be able to run these quests, and we will later on. Reduce unrest. Ooh, ping and swayed. Brother Datai, why did I add an extra T? Hayuan has preached the cause of the Holy Order Monkhood of Purity and has managed to sway a mage. Okay. I am Alama completes Infiltrate Fortress. Shadow will spread at a faster than normal rate to infiltrated locations as the cult welcomes the darkness in. Cultists join the watch alongside the regular guards. Identical to the normal eye, they recognize each other by a single scar on the left eyelid, marking themselves as those who have seen truth beyond what is taught in academies or places of tutelage. Or palace tutelages. Okay. Right, go to. Well done. You require 2 things to summon an agent: a space in your roster and a recruitment point. You gain recruitment points over time, and your roster capacity will increase as your god breaks seals. Well done, we gained an extra recruitment point. And this place is now infiltrated. Enshadowment is now massively boosted. Okay. We can see how they feel about the different areas. I love how deep this game is, really do. So, funding the Chosen One is going down and down and down. Hold Festival, Sabotage Visitor. National is still appease nobles, and then it'll be tax nobles. So it's going to probably alternate between these two constantly. Yeah, Dons are blue. Are we winning? I mean, we've just started. Yes. Yeah, we are. Absolutely winning. Right, okay, so Shadow's going to start spreading much, much faster now. Can you rest here? I can do a silent assassination if I want to take out a leader, but we really don't want to do that. Your profile has gone up, and your menace has gone up. An agent menace cannot drop below a minimum value, which grows as their menace grows. This agent currently has a minimum of 3 before item and minion trait contributions are applied. So, I believe that the minimum of your menace or profile is half of what its maximum has ever been. So, because that one act increased our menace by up to 7, the minimum is now 3. And can never drop below that. Because our profile increased to 2, the minimum is now 1. Well of Shadows. Start a Well of Shadows at this location, which spreads shadow to all neighboring human settlements with lower shadow. There's no point here. It wouldn't gain anything for me. Lay low will drop my profile. Rest and resupply. Heals HP on the agent and any undead non-orc minion. This would take 3 turns. I'd gain a bit of experience points for it. Lay low would get rid of my profile. It would reduce an agent's menace and profile by 2 per turn until minimum is reached. Progress doubles in locations with infiltration at 100%. No effect on the first turn. So we would actually be great here because this will drop it by 4, which will actually bring me back to minimum, which is exactly what I want. So go ahead and do that. And we will hang tight, let that drop, and then I will... Actually, your hit points, have you leveled up? Yeah, they did. You did. You fully leveled up. Nice. Right, so I can get you a bonus command, bonus might, bonus intrigue, bonus law, or stealthy. Lose 0.1 profile point per point of intrigue every turn. So I would lose 0.4 profile every turn. Right, so profile is how much the world can see where I am, and menace is how much of a threat I appear to be to anyone who can see me. So a big profile would mean that I am visible more spaces away. Let's say that there was a hero over here who has every reason to want I Am Alarma dead. If my this is 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles away, and I believe it's every 10 points of profile allows you to be seen 1 tile further away, or it's something like that. I'm not actually 100. Yeah, every 10 profile points allows you to be detected 1 step further away. So right now, for any of them to know that I am there, they'd have to be on top of I Am Alarma. But if I Am Alarma had a profile of 11, they'd only have to be over here. 21 over here. 31, 41. Now, if it doesn't matter if they have every reason to want to do everything they can to kill I Am Alarma, if they can't tell where I Am Alarma is, they can't engage with them. And they won't walk towards them. They won't try to engage with them. But menace is what makes them want to take someone out. So as your menace increases, you become a more visible threat in the eyes of those who can see you. So let's say I did have 41 profile, but my menace is super low. Well, you know, yeah, they're probably up to no good, but you know what? There's got to get the kids from school, got to do taxes later on, got to have a meeting with the school, the head of the monastic order you're sending the little one to. There's just an unending amount of work, and we are very low on that to-do list. However, if your menace were 400, it'd be like, yeah, you know what, my kid is actually choking right now, but I actually do need to deal with you first because you're a bigger threat to the existence of everyone than my child's, you know, living will benefit everyone. It's a cruel world, but I've kind of got to prioritize the things in order of how desperately bad they are. And little Bobby over here, well, I'm sure they can bring that chicken bone back out of their throat on their own. They just look, choking builds character, okay? So, yeah, there's that. Ophanim has a few major weaknesses. Awareness absolutely screws with the plans and should be brutally managed. Shadow likewise can cause issues as though it boosts faith growth. High contrast between faith levels and causes doubt. If your supplicant dies, you risk losing control of your holy order tenets. Upside, sleepless labor is incredible, and you can spawn faith for free. No, all of those things are very clear, Brithnoth. I don't need you to be basically reading the wiki and then dumping this stuff for me. If I don't appear to understand something, by all means, you can use a backseat pass for that, but it's really not there for you to just regurgitate stuff that you're learning off the wiki. If there's no apparent need for me to have that information. I actually do thank you for learning all of this alongside and being very excited to share that information with me. But nothing you said there wasn't already apparent to me just from reading the text about this character that I've already read. So it's a little bit on the, are you doubting my intelligence side of backseat gaming at this point? It's like having someone in the passenger seat of the car saying, turn on your indicator. It's like, I know how to take a turn. You need to use the clutch. I also know how to use the clutch. I know how to change gears as well. And they open their mouth. I know how to turn on the windscreen wipers. I can see the spots of rain on the windscreen. It's okay. I'm already aware. You know, it's like, wait until it appears that I don't understand something before you try to help me understand it. But again, I do appreciate the effort you're going to. It is a little bit putting the cart before the horse right now. Sorry, I like being helpful. A bit over my... No, that's why I tried to make it into a joke. I understand where this desire to help is coming from, and I actually really find that endearing. This is me just saying, hey, cool your jets a little bit. It's getting a bit much now. Right, so that's all done. We've got our hit points. In terms of the level up, though, I think intrigue before I do anything else, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time infiltrating. The first thing I want to do pretty much everywhere is infiltrate. Security will have come down by 1 now because of the infiltration. Their intrigue stat is making it their security a little bit high. I do want to get into that library. That's a possibility. Holy Abyssal Fate. What? Cause the ruler of this location to gain a dislike. Okay. Holy Built Temple. Fair. Right. We don't have anything else we want to do here. And we are currently laying low. I mean, a little bit of subtle thievery wouldn't go amiss, because then I could possibly buy something from the nearby market. And that is actually genuinely worthwhile. Let's have a look for that. Modifier finder. Actually, a point of interest finder, maybe. Marketplace. Market's over there. So I probably do want to nab some little bits and bobs if I can. One more turn. I think. Okay. Not their minimum menace. Okay, you carry on then. They've reached 50% enshadowment. If you don't see this, someone else will. Yeah, exactly. Here, far from the lights and prying eyes of civilization, those who have attracted too much attention can flee until inquiring minds tire and find others to make the subject of their inquiries. Right. How much money do we have here? You like gold. So you have a lot of gold. It feels like this is a good place for us to get gold. Opens the trade screen, allowing to take items and gold from the located ruler. Also allows you to forcibly give an item. For example, this is Laughing Tone. Can only steal a maximum of 35 gold. If I rob the treasury, that would be pretty much everything, I think, but it's a lot of profile gain. Requires ruler to exist and infiltration to be 100%, or for this to be the Dark Empire, an Ophanim theocracy. Subtle thievery is all I need here, I think. Let's go ahead and get that one done. That being said, I could just force this in a single turn, actually. No, I can't. I don't have the power. Alright. Reduce tensions. Life continues. Despite the anger and dissatisfaction boiling in Yikhan Citadel, the people continue their lives, as humanity has during wars and unrest throughout human history. Meeting together to blow off steam, the citizens of this place are organizing a party. This could go some way towards cooling tensions here. I'm performing subtle thievery. Subtly disrupt the party. Your agent loses 15 challenge progress, and unrest here remains unchanged. Does not concern us, or start a fight during the party. I'd gain 3 menace and lose 5 channel. No, I don't need this place to have high unrest anymore. Does not concern us. I look at this place. Lingering resentment was still there. Unrest, I mean, to be honest, current level of unrest is quite high. And it's going to continue to rise because they're doing brutal crackdown, and then they're gonna try and reduce unrest, and then they're going to attack citizens again. Battle underway. The Chthonians are getting absolutely stomped down below. Hero most inclined to attack is you. Very far down there. You want to go and influence the Young Coven.